Hi everyone, welcome back to TS Talks. If you haven't already done so, make sure you go hit that subscribe button now. In this one, I'm just talking about police brutality. Unfortunately, it's something which happens in the majority of the world. And, in this particular one, I'm talking about mainly police brutality, which happens in the UK. I know of the past few years, we've seen many police brutality videos in America. Including killings which have been caught on camera, where still those police officers which have been, guilty of their actions, I've had paid time off work and then returned to work within a short period of time, which, makes me sick and I think is bang out of order. But yeah, it's definitely a problem. There's been some incidents, in the UK, I think, most notably the Mark Duggan situation back in 2011, which, kicked off, Tottenham, London, and, more or less riots all across the country. There's definitely been cases in the past prior to my existence, which I won't speak on, mainly based on the fact that I'm not too knowledgeable of these incidents of such. But of recent, main thing I'm talking about in this one, there was a video of a guy being arrested. I believe it was in Accrington. What I will do is I will leave a link to the article in the description box below. And, reports have it that this guy apparently was guilty of stealing something, or, is a thief, criminal. Whatever the case was, the police pulled up on him. He gave himself up. He was literally walking, he gave himself up, stood there, and, all it took was a police officer to come over and put the cuffs on him. But instead, they laid into him, like literally, man are punching him up, kicking him up. And, I believe at the time they were doing this, they didn't expect that there was CCTV from one of the houses where they were doing it to pick them up doing so. And, for me, this sort of stuff makes me sick. And like I said, it's sad that, these are the sort of things that are happening, within our communities, within our countries. And, it's reasons like this why people in their community and, their little areas, when they have problems, they don't go to the police. Now, someone like myself, I'll be brutally honest, I haven't got anything against any particular police officer per se, but, with ways of how police have dealt with me from, when I'm young, growing up in a particular area I grew up in, you grow a disliking for them. And, I've been through some levels of, police harassment. I definitely won't say brutality because, thankfully police have never, attempted to try smash me up or anything. But, these things are happening on the regular. And the sad reality is there's, police brutality happening where there's no evidence of it, where it's not being recorded. And, things like that are even more worrying and, even more sick. But at the same time, I'm not going to throw all police officers under the bus for it because, I don't believe all of them are the ones that carry out police brutality. Same way, it's not all young teenagers that, are caught up in, gang trouble. So, I'm not going to, tarnish them all with the same brush. But at the same time, it's definitely something which needs to be looked into. And, going forward, I think the only way that things will ever change is that, if we see police officers that are found guilty for doing police brutality things, that they're actually charged and, punished for their crimes. But that's my thoughts in it. Of course, let me know your thoughts in it in the comment section below. And if you haven't already done so, make sure you go hit that subscribe button now. And I'll catch you next time.